Titans, the division is ours. I don't care what Houston did yesterday. They're going to go get their Letterman jackets again. The Indianapolis Colts are 2-6 against the Titans since Pat McAfee came up here and did his wrestling announcement. And the Jacksonville Jaguars, they haven't had back-to-back winning seasons since I was a senior in high school.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of FanBattleSports.com, Titans Fan Battle Podcast on the Fan Battle Sports Network. And my name is Maximus Titan Fan, and with my co-host today, I have
the infamous Flame Douglas, man, number one Titans fan in the world.
Right on, man. Well, normally I'd like to start off the day with, whatever we're going to talk about or whatever, but I have to give a shout out real quick to my main man. Everybody knows that I talk every now and then about coaching. I coach my little dudes, coach 9 to 11 youth football for the community. And one of my guys, Hollis, has informed me that he made it onto the middle school football team as a lineman. Good job, Hollis.
That's what's up,
Way
man.
to go, man.
Hollis, man. Way to go, young
right. That's how you do it, my friend. That's
Keep
how you do
grinding,
it.
Hollis, man. Sky is the limit, man.
That's what we do it for right there, man. That's the feeling as a coach. That's the greatest feeling in the world, is to hear that one of your kids made it to the next level.
Shout out to you, coach, too.
Thank you. Thank you. Shout out to Dev, and shout out to Coach Billy as well. All right, so on with the show.
Yes, sir.
Tonight we are making our way too early. Pre-training camp. Way too early.
Way too early.
Depth chart predictions. But there's a couple interesting battles going on, and I think there's a couple interesting spots. I think there's some lock spots that we can go ahead and lock down. Yeah. But that's pretty much what we're going to talk about tonight. You want to go first? You want me to go first, man?
I'll let you go on and pop it off, Max. Let me hear what you got over there.
All right, man. Well, I'll start off with the offense. The most obvious starter quarterback, Ryan Tannehill. For sure. I mean, unless he gets hurt or something, he's starting. There's no debate there. The debate on who's going to be number 2 and 3 is interesting.
Yeah, that's going to be a battle. I feel like that's going to be a camp battle between Levis and Willis. Like, we've talked about that a couple times on the old show. Hey, we're going to see. It should be interesting to see how it goes. But go ahead.
I agree, and honestly, I think if Levis struggles even a little bit in camp, I think as almost like a disciplinary thing or a challenge type deal, I think Vrabel puts him at quarterback number 3. Yeah. Just like he said in the beginning, he's going to have to earn that quarterback spot. That number 2 is Malik until Will Levis earns that spot. Right. So on the depth chart, I got it. Tannehill, Willis, Levis. Running backs.
I think that'll be the that'll be the first battle to watch right there. Probably not the most intense battle, but that's definitely a battle. That's one of the battles to watch this camp.
I agree. It's something to keep the eye on, especially through preseason and stuff.
For sure.
Running backs is pretty easy. Again, because it's already pretty much laid out. The first couple anyway. Derrick Henry, Tajay Spears, and Hassan Haskins are gonna be 1, 2, and 3. Tajay, I give number 2 just because he's going to be the third down back, and I think he's going to be like a gadget guy. Hassan Haskins, he's a roster lock for me just because of his kick returning ability.
Yeah.
He had a really good average for kick returns last year. I don't know if y'all know that or not, but he was like top 10 in the NFL. I think it was like 8th or something like that. In average. And then, I like to throw in some that are interesting, and one to keep an eye on in camp is Chuck McClelland. I hope I said your name right, man. Chuck McClelland. Yeah, he had a 5.8 average yard per carry average.
Okay.
And he's not a very big dude. He's like 5'10", 5'11", and somewhere around 190 to 200 pounds, something like that. Okay. So I think that's interesting. He also ran a 4.5 40. So I think like he's like that Tajay Spears backup.
Yeah,
but
okay.
I think out of all the running backs that are left, other than Julius Chestnut, which that's really, for me, that's the battle between is Chuck McClelland and Julius Chestnut. Who's going to take that role? Because, it's going to be whoever's better on special teams at that point.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Sorry if I'm rambling.
Nah, you good, man.
Wide receiver, man, that's the hardest one, dude. That's the hardest one, to be honest, man, because of the lack of talent, really. Man, I mean, not a lack of talent, but
it's a lack of talent. It's a lack of talent, bro.
yeah, okay. Yeah, it really is. I mean, obvious number 1 is Treylon Burks, and then after that it gets kind of fishy because we got Chris Moore, we got NWI, Kyle Phillips,
Chris
Colton Dow.
Yeah, Colton Dow.
And what order do you put those guys in? I mean, for me, it was Treylon, Chris Moore, Kyle Phillips, NWI, Colton Dow.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of depend on the formation, like how many wide receivers we'll have on the field on that one set, on that formation, on that play. That's all it depends on with me. Like I kind of split it up when I go over my depth chart. I kind of got it like left receiver, right, and slot. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I agree. I mean, Kyle Phillips is obviously a slot receiver, and Chris Moore. I mean, he could be either or.
Yeah.
NWI, I don't really consider him a wide receiver, but whatever they do. Colton Dowell. I know. I'm sorry. I disrespect NWI all the time. I'm sorry, man. NWI.
I do too. I know the kid can ball a little bit, but he just.
I mean, he's good enough to be on an NFL team for many years.
He is. I mean, but I feel like on any other team, he probably don't even see the field, man. Like.
Yeah, he's like a 4th or 5th. I mean, he might get like 200 or 300 yards, on scrap duty or something.
He one of them like get the first down type of receivers, man.
Yeah, now the interesting wide receivers to watch, I think, personally, is Trayshawn Harrison, who's been showing up all OTA. Mm-hmm. He's been lighting it up. Yeah. He had an 11.6 yard per catch average in college. Okay. And yeah, Frankie. Yeah, man, you're right. He's a practice squad.
Yeah, Frank, you absolutely right. Like, bro. You probably not even hearing that dude name on another team.
Yeah, and you're right.
Cody Hollister either, bro.
And again, I have to put the asterisk on this. Obviously, if Hopkins comes, then we're he's number 1, and then everything else, or Burks 1A, 1B, however you want to put that.
That's why we calling this a way too early. But in the back of our minds, we all still hoping Hopkins make his way to Nashville, man.
Yeah, but another thing that really intrigues me about Trayshawn is he's 6'1", 192. So he's got a good frame, and he runs a 4.41 40. So
and what college did he come from?
Oh man, you had to ask me that.
Oh shit, my fault. What?
No, you're good. I looked up so many today. I don't really remember, to be honest with you. If I'm being real, I don't know.
I'm gonna check on that myself because I've been here, like you said, I've been hearing his name. I've been hearing he's been making a couple plays. Hey,
oh yeah,
maybe he's that one receiver out of the bunch, out of the undrafted that just can bloom and turn into a star possibly. Hey, we're due for it at this point, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and he reminds me a lot of Colton Dowell as far as the physical attributes, not the numbers, because he didn't have quite the receiving numbers that Colton Dowell did. But again, I think he played at a different kind of, I don't know exactly where he played. I wish I did, but I feel like it was somewhere more relevant. And my last one to watch in the wide receiver race, and this is not Georgia bias. I know everybody's going to give me a lot of trash at home.
Yeah.
My Georgia bias on this, but it's not. I swear. It's just look at the tape. I mean, Copeland, that's another one to keep your eye on, but I don't know. Yeah. But if you look at the OTAs, who's showing up, Karis Jackson.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you watched a lot of Georgia games, but I sure did.
Enough.
That kid is a yak monster.
Really?
I mean, yeah, I don't know how many times watch some highlights on him, dude, because it's like right at the line or right across the line or a crossing route or something like that. He'll get the ball like 5 yards out and bust off for 35 yards.
Yeah.
Kid is
hey, and that's what we need right now, man.
I think he had like something stupid, like a 21-yard average on catch or something like that. It was something ridiculous, but he only had like 600 yards, I think, total. So
how do you spell his name?
Kearis Jackson.
Karis John. Okay.
Yeah, I'm bad with names. I'm sorry. I don't really know.
No. I just wanted to know so I can check him out. I'm gonna check him out while we talking. Yeah.
I agree. Burks is gonna do awesome, but I agree he can't do it all, and that's the problem, But again, I'm not gonna beat it in, but we've said it a million times. We got a lot of pass catchers, so I'm not that upset about it.
Right.
As far as the line goes, I'm just going to kind of go down the line and give you my, of who I think will be backups in that position.
Okay.
So I've got Andre Dillard as the left tackle, and then I've got Jamarco Jones. And the interesting one to watch for me in camp on the whole line really is John. Please, God, tell me I'm saying your name right, dude. John Ojokwu.
Yeah.
Ojokwu. I think his name is John Ojokwu.
Okay.
Man, if I'm saying your name wrong, or if I am, somebody please correct me. Show me, I understand how to read phonetics. Just show me on the chat in the phonetics how to say his name. I don't know. I think that's right.
We'll get it together.
But that kid is actually like somebody to watch. He's interesting. He's one of those international players. So he come from overseas or whatever, but he's played at I think he played at Michigan or Michigan State or something. Again, I looked up a million of them. I don't really remember. I should have wrote this crap down. Anyway, I'll move on. I'm taking way too much time. Left guard, Peter Skoronski is going to start. Xavier Newman's behind him. Center, Aaron Brewer. Corey Levin's behind him. Love Corey Levin. I cannot talk about how much I love Corey Levin. On the right guard, we've got Daniel Brunskill and Jordan Ruse backing him up.
Yep.
And then we've got Nicholas Petit Ferrer on the right side. And honestly, I don't see Jalen. A lot of people have Jalen Duncan as a left tackle. I don't see it. I haven't seen it. I don't know what they're looking at. I mean, he did play left tackle in college at Maryland, but he looks like a right tackle to me.
Yeah.
To me, he looks like a right tackle. And so for me, in year one, he's going to be my backup right tackle.
See that.
So that's just how it is. But that John Ojokwu, He is versatile, man. He can play center, guard, and tackle. That's the interesting part about him. Plus, he's got size and speed. His RAS score was off the chart, which again just fits right into Rand Carthon's system, as far as I can tell from what I've seen of Rand Carthon's system. But let's see here. Tight end. I only went with 3 tight ends, and that's because that. I was gonna say that's because that there's a flex point. I got, if you keep count, I have 50 players or 51, maybe 51 players. I can't remember. It's either 50 or 51, and you get 53 obviously with the third quarterback option. Right. So you can fill in 2 players, and I'm kind of going to talk about that a little bit too. But anyway, tight end Chig, Josh Wiley, Trayvon Wesco. There we go.
That's it. And
defense.
I know you didn't say it, but I think people need to watch out. That could be a potential battle too between Trayvon Wesco and Josh Wiley. That could be a potential battle at tight end behind Chig too for playing time.
Yeah, what it's really going to come down to, I think, is if Josh Wiley can be a consistent blocker, because Chig is not definitely that stand up. I'm going to be an offensive line, hit you in the mouth guy every single time. He's more
good
on the run.
Yeah.
Well, on the run, like if you do a motion play or something like that, and you get him out in space, now he can block on the run real well.
Right,
but he's just not that
off the line. Don't blow you off.
Yeah, exactly. He's not that guy. But if Josh Wiley can show that, and he has a similar frame to Austin Hooper, so if he can show that he can block as good as Austin Hooper, maybe he can keep Trayvon Wesco off the field, and I like that a lot better. I like our options a lot better with him.
And for some reason, the Titans always keep that one tight end that's real good at blocking, like just blowing you off the field. Like we used to keep Craig Stevens. Before him, it was the other big tight end we used for no reason. It's a couple of them that we use just strictly blocking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
we've always kind of been that way.
Yeah, we always keep at least one of them. So, I can see that for sure.
Yeah, and I hope, like I said, I hope that Josh Wiley can step that up and be a decent pass catcher. If I can get 200-300 yards out of him and great blocking, I'm happy. Yeah, that's a win, absolutely, because Chig's going to get 7. Anyway, defensive line, I just kind of jumbled all together because of the different formations that we run. We have nose tackle. We have I just did defensive line, okay? So I got Jeffrey Simmons, Danico Autry, Tier Chart, Naquan Jones. Those are all locks for me. Even Naquan is a lock for me. I know a lot of you guys say that he's not, but I mean, the way he run stops, look at his PFF score on run stopping. That's all I got to say. And then another interesting one to watch, T.K. McClendon Jr.
Yeah, I've been hearing about him. He going to have to show us something, though, because our defense is tough. So if he going to get any PT on that defense, he going to have to show us something in camp, in preseason. He going to have to make some plays. He going to have to be around that football.
That I would if we hit that, we're going to the playoffs, probably win the AFC South.
Yeah, Frankie, if we could get anywhere near that, we balling next year. But we appreciate that hot take too. We're gonna do one show. We just taking all hot takes. We're gonna put everything we predicted out there and let's see if this shit come true.
Yup. And let's see, moving right along. Sorry I'm taking so long. Inside linebacker, Azeez Al-Shaair, Monty Rice. Those are our 2 starters. Behind them, all I've got is Chance Campbell and Jack Gibbons.
That's
all I got.
Yeah, that's damn near it, bro. We don't got the defense linebacker class after we let David Long, Zach Cunningham, we let those guys walk. So we're not.
Yeah, our linebacker core, interesting.
Yeah, we're not that deep, but again, I like what we got with the starters. So, hopefully everybody can stay healthy and we won't have to worry about depth as much. You know what I'm saying?
Yup. Yeah. Moving along again to outside linebacker. Easier, much easier place. Harold, excuse me, Howard.
Honor
Harold.
Honor
Landry. Harold Landry.
Yeah, you remember
Arden Key.
Yeah.
Rashad Weaver, Sam. Okay. That's all I'm calling you, bro. I'm sorry. I've seen your name. My wife is an English major. She went to college for 7 years, bro. And I had her look at his name and I said, "You pronounce his name." And she said, "Uh-uh." And I said, "That's what I thought. His name is Sam. Okay. Sorry, bro. If you want to call me or something or text me phonetically your name or send it to me on a tweet or chat, whatever, I would love to know how to pronounce your name." And my other one that I've had my eye on since we picked him up as an undrafted free agent, and he's shown up in camp as far as I'm concerned, Caleb Murphy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't think he's a roster lock. The rest of those I think are. Sam maybe not, but I think the rest of those are roster locks. Caleb maybe not, but I really like his potential, man. He could be fire. He could be on fire.
Yeah.
Cornerback again, not as easy, but not that hard either because we've got, but my starters on the outside are Sean Murphy Bunting. Don't hate yet. Sean Murphy Bunting and Kristen Fulton. And in the slot, I've got Roger McCreary. And the only reason I say that is because of his size. Yeah. I love Roger McCreary. Man, he showed up in a big, big way for us last year when we really needed him to. Unbelievable kid, man. I think the kid is fire. And look, to be honest, if Kristen Fulton, if I'm the coach and the attitude is real, you know what I mean? Like that friction that you kind of can feel it, but you don't know if it's real or not as a fan. If that is real, then he's my slot guy and Roger McCreary's on the outside.
Yeah.
Because I trust my guys on the outside. Those are the dudes I trust the most. And Sean Bunting has shown me in camp when he shut down Burks that one day.
He locking shit down. Finally, we got a corner that we can depend on. When the ball in the air, get your head turned around, get your hands up, knock that shit out the air, man. Finally, we got one. But he still got to prove it, though. He still got to show us.
And in the backups, I got Trey Avery. He's actually been really solid for us last year when he came in and played. He got burnt, but come on, he was.
Everybody get burnt
rookie, man.
Twice,
last year it was an undrafted free agent rookie that got thrown out there. But Caleb Farley, only because we'd have to pay $200 million to kick his ass off the team.
Right.
And another one to keep your eyes on, ladies and gentlemen, is Alonzo Davis, also known as LJ, I believe. I don't know why the hell they call him LJ. Again, if anybody knows this information, I would love to know. I researched it, and I still couldn't figure it out.
Is he a junior? You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's Lonzo Davis Jr., but they call him Lonzo Jr., which will make him LJ.
Lonzo. Okay. I could see that. Lonzo Jr. Okay.
Hey, that's just a guess. That's just a guess. I have no clue.
I would again, if anybody's watching that knows that, I would love to know that. Safety. Now here's where it gets scary, folks. I have to get real for a minute.
Yeah.
Bring it down. Because this is where it gets really frightening for me. At strong safety, we've got Amani Hooker. At backup at strong safety, I've got Elijah Molden.
Yeah.
Free safety is Kevin Byard.
KB all day. Yeah.
At backup for free safety, I've got Elijah Molden.
Yeah. And what you're saying is we really got a lot of depth right there. We got Elijah Molden backing up both of those positions, and we got to play in a little corner too. So
yeah, and honestly, I feel like another one that could make that transition maybe, and it might actually help his career a lot, and maybe get something out of the kid. Caleb Farley. Yeah.
Caleb Farley. Put him out there. Put him out there, man. Like let him transition, learn a new position. He's athletic, so he's athletic enough to play the position. So I feel you on that one, Max.
Yeah, and I don't see him as a ball hawk, so I don't see him as a free safety, but I could see him as a good strong safety.
Yeah,
really good strong safety.
He can cover. Yeah. He got speed, man. Put him out there. I say put him out there, man.
And my easiest picks of all is special teams. Kicker, I think everybody already knows. I wrote an article about it. If you don't know my bias, then sorry, Trey Wolf. I don't like Caleb Suttock. I don't believe in him. Their numbers are about the same. For me, I'm always going with fresh meat. Yeah. Sorry, it's just for me, it's Trey Wolf. Ryan Stonehouse is the punter. There's no reason to question that. Right. Morgan Cox is the long snapper. There's no reason to question that.
Pro Bowl long snapper too.
You know what I'm just realizing? With those two additions, that's my 53-man roster.
Yeah,
I didn't think about that, but that's it. That's my 53-man roster right there. So there you go, folks. Kick returner, I've got Hassan Haskins as number 1, and then backup if something happens to him, Tajay Spears will step in and take over that role. Yeah. If not, then I really like Chuck McClelland or Julius Chestnut, whoever wins that battle, to take that spot. And then punt returner, I say number 1 should be Tajay Spears. Number 1 should be Tajay Spears. Because then he can take a couple rests, before he goes out there for third down, or he can just get back out there and go for another gadget play or whatever we got.
Right. All right.
But then Kyle Phillips would be an option that I would go with on that. Also, again, McClelland. I wouldn't put Julius Chestnut as a punt returner, though. I don't think he's dynamic enough. He doesn't have the cut speed. So
I see him more on kick return.
Yeah. So there you go, folks. There's my 53 full-man roster.
Hey, you did your thing on that one, Max, man. You did your thing, man. I guess it's my turn.
Yes, let's hear what you have to say, my friend.
Yeah, so here we go. So I'm starting off with offense. Offense, of course, the number 1 position we got to go to. Give me Ryan Tannehill, man. He's the best quarterback on the roster, and I'm riding with the guy until we don't have him anymore. Give me Tannehill. Second string, I got Will Levis beating out Malik Willis for this spot, this second string spot, man. We don't move up and draft the guy that early and go have him playing third string. I just don't see it. I don't care how good Willis playing in the preseason. I think the Titans are gonna roll with Will Levis, put him behind Tanny and let him learn. Running back. Yeah, running back, it's gonna be Derrick Henry. I got Tajay Spears backing up Derrick Henry, and then I still got Hassan Haskins making the team too. So, so we're going to roll with 3 running backs. I got that. Okay, so how I split these wide receivers up? I got left wide receiver, right wide receiver, and slot. So on the left-hand side, I got number 1, Traylon Burks. Behind Traylon Burks, I got Racey McMath. I'm looking for that guy to have a comeback season. He stayed injured a lot last season, but it's something about that guy. I think he can make plays, and right now we desperately need somebody to make some plays on wide out, and that's the left side. Slot, I got Kyle Phillips. Man, that's nobody has more expectation for Kyle Phillips to do good than I do, bro. I got so much hope for Kyle Phillips. I think he beefed up a little bit. I like what he showed me last year. I think Kyle Phillips is going to ball this year. Kyle Phillips, I got Chris Moore behind Kyle Phillips. Even though Chris Moore is big enough to line up on the outside too, right now, we just desperate, man. Somebody just make a play. Just make some plays. Okay, right side wide receiver. Oh, my God, it kills me to say this. Nick Westbrook-Ikhine, man. We paid him. So he's going to be here. It kills me to say this. Our starting wide out, bro. Oh, my God. Nick Westbrook-Ikhine on the right side, and I got Colton Dowell behind Nick Westbrook-Ikhine. It shouldn't – if Colton Dowell is half the receiver that we expect him to be, I think it should be pretty easy for him to take some of those targets from NWI. Maybe take his whole position, man, because I'm not saying he just complete trash. He just not a number 1, number 2 wide receiver in NFL, man.
Just say it. He's slow.
He's slow. He's slow. I guess he got hand. He's a pass catcher, but is he? know what I'm saying?
He'd be a better center in basketball, in my opinion, because he's good at going up and getting the ball.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But he's slow, dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
feel like I could outrun him.
Yeah, he's not going to create any separation. He's not going to beat any corners. No, give me Colton Dowell. Hopefully, Colton Dowell can make plays over there because I don't want NWI to be a starting receiver on this team. I'm sorry, y'all. We're not going to do anything with Nick Westbrook-Akina over here. DeAndre Hopkins, if you listening, come on, bro. We need come on. You hear me talking about these receivers? We got Traylon over there. We need you over here. We got fucking NWI over here, bro. We can't do that. We're not going to win with that guy. We can't win with him. Like, come on. We need you. All right.
We'll pay you too. I hope they've offered you a lot of money, because if they haven't, I'm gonna be very upset.
Man, I'm be very upset.
Yeah, that's all I can say right now. I don't want to. I'm gonna be very upset.
We're gonna leave it at that. Okay. Mm-hmm. So tight end. Of course, I got Chig. I mean, he's the best, one of the most dynamic players on the team.
I love Chig's
going to be our starting tight end. And like I was telling you, Max, I think it's going to be a good battle for the second tight end behind Chig, but with Trevon Wesco and Josh Wiley. And I like the battle because I like both of those players. I think they both got the potential, to get on the field and catch the ball. And, both of them could be good special team players too. So
I hope we offered him more than $2 million in the Snickers. Frank says we offered him $2 million.
Please, Frank, I hope we offered him more than that.
We flew him in Southwest and said, all right, man, here's $2 million in the Snickers bar. You play
No. All right, let's move to the offensive line, man. Offensive line, at the left tackle, I got Andre Dillard. Left guard, I got our number one draft pick this year, not number one, but first round draft pick this year. I got Peter Skoronski starting at left guard. Center, I got Aaron, the small, but I just hope he can play, man. Aaron Brewer, and behind him is Corey Levin, so we got insurance just in case Aaron Brewer, somehow chokes the center job. Right guard starting, I got Daniel Brunski. I think he was a good pickup for us. I think he, is going to solidify the offensive line. It's going to be way better than last year. And at right tackle, I got NPF, Nick Petit-Frere. Hey, man, with that offensive line, I feel so confident in them. Like, compared to what we have last year, I'm loving what I just read, man. I feel like Tannehill is going to have time. Derrick Henry is going to have holes. The offensive line was our weakest part of our team last year. I think it shouldn't be a big of a deal this year. Okay, so that was the offense. I'm going to move to defense now. Yeah, like you did, I kind of lumped all the defensive linemen in. Here, let's go. Defensive end, I got Autry. Nose tackle, we got Tierra Tart. Welcome back, big dog. Defensive tackle, Big Jeff. And then the left outside linebacker, we got my boy back, fresh off the ACL tear. He got that bag. He gonna ball this year. He gonna make y'all. Listen, he gonna wake y'all up for forgetting about him last year, thinking we overpaid him. Harold Landry is coming to ball, man. Harold Landry, inside linebacker. We got Aziz Al-Shir, right? Ain't that how you say it? Al-Shir?
I think Al-Shir, I'm not sure.
Al-Shir, he's going to be the inside linebacker. The right outside linebacker, my favorite pickup of the offseason, Arden freaking Key. Man, we're going to be a problem, man. And that's definitely an upgrade over Bud Dupree. So we coming. Left cornerback. That's how I did it. Left cornerback, I got Christian Fulton. Behind him, Caleb Farley. Hopefully, Caleb Farley can get on the field. We want to see the guy. We drafted this dude in the first round, man. Like, come on, Farley. We need you, bro. We need you to play. We need you to get out there and cover somebody. Don't get out there getting burnt, looking like you never played football before. We need you, Caleb Farley. Strong safety, I got Amani Hooker. Hooker's been playing good. We just need him to be consistent. Keep doing what you've been doing, Hooker. We got you. Free safety, man, Murfreesboro, man. You know who it is. Come on, Kevin Byard. Yes, sir. Kevin Byard. Then I got the right side cornerback. Man, we finally got a solidified corner. Sean Murphy Bunting, man. He's gonna lock some shit down over there. Shout out to Sean. He's a nice vet. He can run, he can tackle, he can get his head around. You can't just throw the ball up and get pass interferences no more. That's dead. So don't try that shit in Tennessee no more, man. That's dead. And behind him, I got Trey Avery, like you said. And I got him dipping and dabbling a little Elijah Mode in that corner. We're going to see how that work out. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we don't have to because we're going to be healthy. I mean, this goddamn injury bug got to be over eventually, right?
Sometimes.
Yeah. And then I got nickelback. I got Roger McCreary, like you said. He's small, but I like his aggressiveness. He's an aggressive receiver. He's physical. He's going to put his hands on you. You know, he's not scared to guard the fast guys, the good wide receivers on the other team. Mm-hmm. And so I'm liking what I'm seeing. That's our defense. I'm liking my way too early projections. Only thing I can see really changing out of that is really nothing, man. If I was going to call out somebody, I'm going to call him out Caleb Farley. I really want Caleb Farley to show us something, bro. Please. Like, this is your year to show us something. We can't afford you to be injured this year. Christian Fulton, we can't afford you to be injured this year, bro. Like, if you're going to be our number one corner, we need y'all guys on the field, man. We need y'all guys on the field. No, so I'm going to move on to special teams. Of course, we got the best punter, man. I really feel like they robbed him from the Pro Bowl last year, man. That was some bullshit, NFL. Y'all know Ryan Stonehouse deserved to go to the Pro Bowl last year. Yeah, man. Hey, make up for that this year because, hey, hopefully we don't see a lot of Ryan Stonehouse this year, but shout out to Ryan Stonehouse. He's going to be our punter. This is where we disagree, man. You saying I got Caleb Shudak as the starting kicker, man. I know you're going with Wolf. That's gonna be a training camp battle right there, Max.
Let's see who's because whoever's right, I'll say this: whoever's right,
yeah,
the other one gonna be eating some crow.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, if I'm right, I'm gonna remind you of it. And I know
I never hear the end of it.
you're gonna have to remind me of it.
Right, for sure. I mean, every time he hit a 40 or 50 yard, I'm gonna text you and be like, told you.
Yeah. Aren't you glad we got Caleb Suddick now?
Okay. And we got a Pro Bowl long snapper. Shout out to Morgan Cox. That's a Pro Bowl long snapper right there. So put some respect on his name.
That's the best signing J-Rob ever did. Best free agent signing ever.
For sure. Especially lately before he got fired. Punt return. I just want them to just stick Tajay Spears back there and let him catch the punts. Yes. Kick return. I want them to stick Tajay Spears back there again. Him and Julius Chestnut. That's who I want back there returning. But that's if they keep Julius Chestnut. That'll be another wide receiver on the depth chart. So he might not even, make the depth chart. But either way, we got an electric player in Tajay Spears. I want him to have the ball in his hand in space as much as possible. So if we're not going to do it a lot on offense, which, we are, but, we still got Derrick Henry. We still got to feed the king. So, let's give Tajay Spears the ball in space as much as possible. Throw him on special teams, let that guy run. That's my way too early depth chart projections, man.
I will say I have to disagree with you on the kick returner. Just because, Hassan Haskins had such a great.
He did, yeah.
I mean, he was so good at it. Yeah. I would just leave him there. I wouldn't fix something that ain't broke. Second, man, I really don't want to. I want to use Tajay Spears as a gadget player, so I don't want to wear the kid out. Doing him on punt, kick, and gadget, and third down. And
I see him as so much as a potential. I just had a brain fart. The white running back used to play with Carolina. Now he plays with the 49ers. Come on, man. You know what I'm talking
about.
McCaffrey. I see him as our Christian McCaffrey. So let's if he's gonna be a gadget, make him always gadget, man. You know, put his ass in, give him the ball. Yeah, appreciate that, Frank.
Yeah, Frank coming in for. Hey, and Frank, I will say he did mention Autry. It was quick, and I did too. But we just kind of faded over Simmons and Autry because
my
everybody
bad,
knows, man.
Yeah, Frankie. Yeah, I did. I definitely got Autry starting defensive end. Autry, Tart, Big Jeff, Landry on that line, bro. It's gonna be a problem if we run it 4. Autry, Tierra Tart, Big Jeff, and Harold Landry, man.
Landry,
and like
outside,
you said, we might run Deshaun Jones right there on the line and put Landry outside. You right?
Yeah, and then we can get Arden Key. And the great thing about Arden Key, the thing that people don't understand, especially Jaguars fans, y'all Jaguars fans make me so angry with y'all's ignorance. Sorry. But the thing y'all don't understand is he might have been just a rotational player for you guys or whatever. That's all we want too. Yeah. If you had to notice last year when we had to put Rashad Weaver out there as a full-time starter, he did not produce like he did when he was a rotational player.
Right.
When he was a rotational player, he produced about what Arden Key did. Now, you put those two together and you have them produce the exact same numbers. Boom! Now you have a full-time guy that's putting down 14 sacks a season. Yeah, that's what we're trying to. That's what we're trying to incorporate.
With what we already got, it's not going to be hard for him. It's going to be there. We got Big Jeff and Tierra Tart coming up the middle. You got Landry coming around. It's not going to be hard for him. Just come in and play. Yeah, just come in and play your ball. Man, our defense is gonna be clutch. That's why I feel so good about top 3 DN. I for sure. And guess what? Our defense is why I feel so confident about our team. Like you can say whatever you want about our lack of wide receivers on offense. That's all cool. Defense is gonna win us games. Long as we can create enough offense, we can win games. If we can keep them from scoring, I think our offense can score enough points to win games. Clarence comes in and says Key only had 4.5 sacks. He signed with the Titans because the Titans told him he would be a starter. He's definitely going to be a starter, but I mean, you comparing him to having 4.5 sacks, that ain't got nothing to do with what he's going to do in this defense. Like we don't need him to be Von Miller, or we don't need him to be who else is
we already have that guy. His name is Harold Landry.
His name's Harold Landry, bro.
That's right.
We need him to be a better Bud Dupree. Now I'm not gonna put a number on how many sacks that is, bro. Just go get the quarterback. That's all we need. So we're not needing him to be a superstar like y'all thinking. Our defense is set up to where we just need him to put pressure on the defense and make plays. And he's set up now to where he can do that because he's surrounded by Autry, who's going to get sacks. Big Jeff's who's going to constantly get pressure and tackles for loss. And come on, Landry, man, he had 12 sacks before he got hurt, man. You ain't thinking.
Our front seven is literally geared to kill quarterbacks and running backs. Man, that's literally what it's made to do.
It's not going to be no running on us. Then we got the Aziz Al-Shir. If you don't hear nothing about that guy, he's always on the ball. So when the ball is snapped and you're running, we're on it. And man, come on, man. We don't even got to go there.
Dude, look, I don't know if you know how the NFL works, but technically whoever takes that first snap is the starter of the game. It don't matter how many plays they actually get. If somebody gets 15, I mean, you can get 2 plays and still be the starter of the game. Yeah.
Starter of the game is just saying that you started the game at whatever position you playing.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, is he going to get more snaps than Rashad Weaver? Yeah, probably. I mean, if I'm the coach, he's going to get more snaps than Rashad Weaver.
I say he's going to be a starter. So,
I think Rashad Weaver's going to come in and give him a break just to keep him fresh, though.
Yeah, he's gonna be fresh, and that's why he's gonna get more than 4.5 sacks. But we'll show you, Clarence.
Bro, I don't know where you're at, man, but look at last year. See, look at our defense. So
y'all think y'all can hold teams to 7? Why wouldn't we? Like, did you not watch our games last year, bro?
And that was without Harold Landry.
Listen, bro, our offense didn't score a lot of points last year, bro. We won 9 games, and that was sucking, bro. No, we won 7 games. Yeah. But so, listen, we won, and that was with our offense being terrible. So, you don't think we can hold teams to 17 points, bro? You must be drunk or something, bro. Like,
yeah, I think he's thinking we're not going to score more than 17 points. And again,
dude, you look better saying that though, but saying our defense can't hold people, you're wrong.
Yeah, no, you're just wrong. Yeah, you're just straight up wrong.
Yeah, you're wrong.
But let's try to transition out of this because we're getting into a fan segment a little early.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's transition into our legend segment. One of my favorites. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look at this. And just as I was saying it, the secondary is the question mark. But I think Sean Murphy-Bunting really does help out a lot. But
he does help a lot.
Thank you, VT, for speaking the truth. I know you're a Texans fan, but see, even a Texans fan can admit it, guys. Y'all can admit it's okay. It's just like I can admit the Texans have the best damn secondary in the AFC South.
Yeah, I love Derek Stingley, and I like what they got going on. But Brown Chubby Bear, like you said, bro, we definitely got the best front seven, even better than the Jaguars, even though they hate to admit it. But our question on our defense is definitely going to be our secondary. But I do like what we done to fix it.
Well, it's not really the secondary starters either. No. The starters are solid, man.
Yeah,
if we can keep all our starters healthy, then we're solid. But
bro, last year we were playing with third and fourth string cornerbacks, and that's been the last couple seasons. So if we stay healthy with our starters and our secondary, we're gonna kick ass, bro. But if we consistently got Trey Avery, Chris Jackson, people like that covering these top wide receivers, that's when we get in trouble. But if we talking about, like, this show is talking about our projected starters on paper, our defense is gonna kick ass this year, bro. On paper, our defense, and that's what we talking about. Paper. Right now, on paper, we're gonna kick ass this year.
Yeah, and you're right. If Fulton stays healthy all year, yeah.
Frank,
I mean,
Fulton, McCreary, Sean Murphy-Bunting, even Farley. We don't know. We never seen him healthy. Let him stay healthy. Get him on the field. You never know, bro. You never know.
All right. But all right. So are you doing first or second tonight?
I'm going first. I think you went first last year, man.
Well, you do it then, man.
I gotta talk about my boy. Shout out to them. Go ahead and hit that Legends, man. So, coming from the University of Tennessee, my boy was a Tennessee Vol at heart, and he's still a Tennessee Vol. He's a Tennessee Vol legend. I heard every home game he pulls his boat on the river, and they have a big-ass party in Knoxville. That's just what I heard. I hadn't been to neither.
That is true.
Shout out to my boy, the legend, Albert Haynesworth, man. That's a guy. You can say what you want about Haynesworth. He had a fucked up attitude. He wasn't the greatest person on the football field, but when he was mean, man. But when he was playing football, man, he was a beast. And here go his stats right here, as you can see at the bottom of the screen. Man, the dude had 272 combined tackles. He had 200 solo tackles, 60 tackles for loss, 42 quarterback hits, and 24 sacks, man. Come on. That's a beast. And,
unbelievable.
And the only reason he didn't stay a Titan was because he demanded so much money. Y'all see what he got. Ask the Redskins what they gave Albert Haynesworth. That dude got a bag, and he didn't even play for it. He straight up robbed the Redskins. I think he got like a 99 to 100 million.
$100 million.
$100 million.
First $100 million man. Yep.
Shout out to Albert Haynesworth, man. He really didn't do much after he left Tennessee, but when he had on that two-tone blue, man, dude was in the backfield more than the running backs, man. So we always talking about legends. We teaching these youngins on these Titans legends, on these legends who wore the two-tone blue before we had all the new jerseys and the gray and stuff. Man, shout out to Albert Haynesworth, one of the hardest defensive tackles who done sported the two-tone blue straight out of UT. And shout out Frankie. You and Max, y'all just confirmed what I always heard about him doing that big-ass boat party in Knoxville. I got to get out, even though I kind of root for Vandy, I got to get out there and see that for sure.
Yeah, man, it's awesome, dude. I'm telling you what, Haynesworth is a beast. And, you know, a lot of people like to go back to that one mistake that he made, you know, and he's had a couple mistakes, you know.
But man, listen, he was what's the word, man? I don't know. But he just let the game get to him sometimes. And yeah, he definitely, if you're talking about when he put his cleat in the dude's face, he did do that.
Hey, look, man, as a guy who's made a lot of mistakes himself, you know, I had a kid late in life. I was like 30 when I had my first kid. And it really calmed me down and changed the way I looked at life and things. And he did the same thing. He had a kid really late in life. I think his kid is about 7 or 8. I think he's about my age. So I think, man, when I see him, I think the same thing. I'm like, man, I feel you, bro. Because I've been there. I did shit. You know, there wasn't a film crew there. You know what I mean? Thank God there wasn't a film crew there to catch what I did. But, you know.
Hey, man, we all did some crazy shit in our life, man. But, hey, when he was balling, he was balling. He definitely a Titans legend. Who you got over there for us, Max?
Yeah, man. And if you look at his social media now, he's really reformed, man. He's really trying
to make and a couple years ago, I heard he was going through some health problems, too. He was looking for, like, a kidney or something. So, prayers up for him with that. I hope
he got that.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah,
he got that taken care of. Yeah. Cool. He's good. Everything's good with him.
Shout out to Haynesworth.
I keep up with Haynesworth on social media, man. I love. There's a few of my legends that I just can't. I can't let them go, man. I just watch them all the time. Like Blaine Bishop. Yeah. You see, he was at the Nashville Speedway. He got the green flag. And then Levis goes down there and writes a Ricky Bobby, if you ain't first, you last. What a goofy dude, man. All right. Anyway, sorry, man. All right. My legend this week is none other than Steve Air McNair.
Steve Air McNair, man. One of the best to sport this two-tone blue. This is his team, actually, man. Tell us about him, man.
He is the Titan legend in my book. He was 6'2", 230 pounds.
Beast.
As a quarterback, son. Sound like a running back, but he was a quarterback, y'all. And he played for the Titans. He played from 1995 to 2005. It's a couple of years was as the Houston Oilers, you know. And I don't really like to count that crap, but I will because, you know, it's Air McNair. I'll make an exception for the man. And then he had 2 years at Baltimore. I don't count those in these stats, but I will tell you his overall stats in the end. All right. So we got 139 games for the Titans, 2,305 attempts. He had 2,305 completions on 3,871 attempts. He had over 27,141 yards, 156 touchdowns, although he did have 103 interceptions in his career, which led to an 82.8 career rating as a passer. He wasn't always the greatest passer. But ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about what else made Steve McNair great. All right, what made McNair great was his toughness, his grit. Yes, he was an Iron Man. The dude played with a broken sternum, ladies and gentlemen.
A bruised sternum. Listen, anybody else with that injury is not getting on the field, man. Even the coaches would tell you they couldn't believe he used to suit up and play these games, man. That dude was a real deal warrior out there, man.
bro, it hurts to cough when you got a bruised start.
Bro,
Let me tell you, man.
He said he couldn't even pick up and hold his son some days. He used to go home, bro. That dude was a real warrior, man.
Not only that, he accrued 614 rushing attempts while he was here at Tennessee for 3,439 yards. And listen to this, y'all, 259 touchdowns.
Wow.
If you do the math on that, that is 405 touchdowns that man accounted for while he played as a Tennessee Titan.
He's obviously, gotta say, the greatest Titan we done had, bro. Like,
yeah, man. And while he was here, 4-time Pro Bowl, 2000, 03, 05. Well, he was 06 at the Ravens. Co-MVP, the dumbest shit.
Yeah, that was
dumbest shit I ever heard of in the NFL.
That was some bullshit, man. It was him and Peyton Manning. They should have gave it to him, man.
In my opinion, it was a lot about they couldn't let a running, athletic, whatever you want to say, black quarterback have the MVP of the year. So they had to give him co-MVP with the whitest quarterback of ever seen.
Since then, look, Cam done won MVP. Lamar Jackson got MVP. They robbed Steve McNair for that MVP. You know, everybody loved Peyton Manning, of course. Steve McNair should have won that fucking MVP, man. I
agree. Yeah, man. I agree, man. And Peyton Manning has plenty of accolades to go on anyway. He retired in in 2019, we retired the number 9. Just some fun facts here. And he was elected to the Black College Hall of Fame in 2012 and elected to the official college Hall of Fame in 2020. He has yet to be elected into the NFL Hall of Fame for reasons I am not sure, because he should be. And also, unfortunately, I can't go talk about Steve McNair without saying, his life was taken too short at, I believe he was 37 years old when he was killed, which is younger than I am right now.
He definitely had an untimely demise, man. It was a sad story. 4th of July, I'll never forget, man. Had the whole city of Nashville in tears, man. It was a sad.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I literally cried. It's one of those superstars that I literally cried for. There are a couple football people and a couple actors and stuff that I call them. I don't know if you watch Ellen DeGeneres or not, but she calls them friends in her head, and I thought I heard that phrase, and I was like, that's perfect. Because that's what they are. They're friends in my head. I don't really know these people, but I feel like I do because I've watched them so much. But when one of those people died.
Another thing that make dude so great, man, he went to a HBCU. Dude went to a historically black college. He went to Alcorn State, man.
That's right.
You don't hear stories these days about quarterbacks going to HBCUs, getting drafted into the NFL, and having successful careers, bro. Like, that's big, man. I think it ain't been a lot of quarterbacks to come from HBCUs. So let me add that in there, because I did go to Tennessee State University, another HBCU. So, but yeah, man, shout out to Steve McNair, easily the greatest Titan ever. Like, ever. Like, I don't think it get no big. When you talking about the Tennessee Titans, it don't get no bigger than Aaron McNair, bro.
Chase is all right. I agree. And we're just going to kind of roll right into it, because as soon as I come back to the comments, there's a great question here by Chase Shumway.
Put it up.
I hope I'm saying that right, bro. It says, who do you guys think is the best pass rushers of all time?
Who do you guys
are you talking about Titans?
No, he said, who do you
about all time?
Yeah, he said, who do you guys think your best pass rushers of all time? So he definitely talking about the Titans. But we talking about that. We done had a couple on our legend segments if you watch us, Chase. But we can start off with Javon Curse. Max had Cal Vanden Bosch a couple years ago. Kevin Carter.
We talked about him tonight.
Yeah.
Albert
Hainsworth. Harold Landry. It's been a couple of them. We had some beasts. beasts coming off that line, but definitely Javon Curse, I would say, was the best we've ever had. Javon Curse, Jarrell Casey.
I'm sorry, man. I can't do it. The best, if you ask me who's the best overall, like the best rookie season I've ever seen in my life was the Freak for sure.
That was the Freak. But I'm saying, who you saying the best? I want to hear this.
The best overall, the whole career, it's got to be KVB, man. That's why I gave him so much love on the legend. Yeah, man. Ooh. I mean, his motor never stopped, man. He was there for the run plays. He was there for the pass. I mean, he was constantly – he put in red contact lenses to try to, like, mess with the offensive linemen's heads and shit. He would literally put, like, Alka-Seltzers in his mouth, so he would foam at the mouth and shit when he would go out there. Like, bro was on another level, man.
Hey, I respect your opinion, bro, but I'm going to give it to Curtis, but I totally respect you giving it to Kyle Van Der Bosch. But like I said, we can't forget about Kevin Carter either. He didn't get drafted here, but he was a monster. He was a monster.
Kevin Carter was amazing for us for a lot of years.
Jarrell Casey, man. Let's not forget Casey, man.
He almost won the all-time sack award. I think he was like a half a sack away.
Yeah, he was like one sack. Yeah, for sure. And then now we got Harold Landry. Hey, Big Jeff.
Oh man, Big Jeff, dude. Y'all know I love Big Jeff.
Yeah, it's been a lot of them, man. It's been a lot of them, but that was a good question, Chase. We love
a good question. Man.
We love when y'all come with the questions that make us think about history because we so big of fans. You know, everybody gets so stuck in the now, but we got some good history though. Frankie comes in and says Casey anchored a terrible team. Unfortunately, he thought Big Jeff a lot too. Yeah, he taught Big Jeff a lot. Yeah, he definitely taught Big Jeff.
I agree, man. I feel bad every time that happens to a player when they're like amazing, but they're on a crappy team.
Yeah, like, Casey,
and we've had a lot of those.
Yeah, we had Casey. Casey was at his prime when we were like a rebuilding team. So a lot of those sacks he made came, it was kind of wasted. We were probably getting blew out in half those games. But but guess what? That dude never gave up though. Shout out to Jarrell Casey, man. That dude came to play even when he was hurting. I used to call him Big Shitty because his ass was always out. So I named him Big Shitty. So every time he got a sack, I'll be like, Big Shitty. But yeah, so shout out to Jarrell Casey. Shout out to Big Shitty. I used to call Lindell White Turtle. I always had nicknames for these players, man. I love my Titans, man. That's when you see my man cave, man. I love this team, like for real.
All right, so let's do this now. Who's the best running back the Titans have ever had?
Come on, Max. I mean, statistically, you got to say Eddie.
Not statistically, just
okay. Personally, my favorite. I got to give you my favorite. My favorite.
I know what you're about to say. That's why I'm so excited.
Listen, I gotta just say, you're probably wrong because listen, this guy is my favorite Titan of all time. He was the most spectacular player, most exciting player I ever seen wear a jersey. CJ2K, Chris Johnson. Like, bro, I love that guy, and I still love him. Like, bro. Like, after having Eddie George all those years, and then, after that, we never really had a good running back after that. And I just never seen we never had a running back to break away. We never had a running back that would take it 60, 70 yards. But I never seen nothing like that, bro. So, me watching Chris Johnson, he actually played for my team. Like, I didn't have to watch him with somebody. Bro, he actually came to Nashville and did this. Bro, I love to watch dude play because he could take it to the house just like that, bro. And they couldn't catch him, bro. So personally, I gotta give it to Chris Johnson. I love Derrick Henry. Come on, man, that's the biggest running back I ever seen, probably. But man, CJ2K was just amazing, bro. Like,
I will say he was more electric and more exciting to watch because you were just waiting on him to break that big one because you knew it was coming. It was just win.
And like, bro, he was so fast, and it was like it didn't used to look real when I used to watch it. Like he just the whole team, like. And I know, of course, people gonna say, you know, he wasn't the best running back. I mean, you know, people gonna have different opinions. Flame Douglas, as my favorite running back, was definitely Chris CJ2K Johnson, man. Who you going with, Mac? Derrick Henry?
Yeah, I gotta say, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, you know, Eddie George is the reason I came to this. Or, I mean, the reason I became a huge fan of this team and the style and the physicality and all that. Him, McNair, the defense, Jeff Fisher, all that hardcore smash mouth, exotic smash mouth. But that's what brought me to the Titans, or what made me love the Titans so much, and so. You know, I always give my shout outs to Eddie George, but right now, I mean, I'd have to say if somebody said, who's your favorite running back of all time for the Titans? Yeah, it's Derrick Henry. I mean, I love watching him play. I just do. I love watching him play.
And we got a lot of running backs. We had a lot of running backs that people often forget about that they used to kill here. You know, one running back we had that used to kill teams that a lot of people don't remember. Or he just faded out of people's memories. Do y'all remember Travis Henry, bro?
Oh yeah, my wife gets Travis. She in the beginning of Derrick Henry, she used to call him Travis Henry all the time, and I was like, "Nah, babe." And she's like, "But wasn't he one too?" And I'm like, "Yeah, he was, but and he was good too, but no, this is a different dude."
Travis Henry was a beast for us, bro. Travis Henry.
I tell you another one a lot of people forget about.
Go ahead.
Chris Brown,
number 29, out of Colorado. He was after Eddie George. And listen, I liked how he used to run straight up. He had that straight up running style. Man, dude, DeMarco Murray, another beast. Yeah. Another beast. Hey, y'all remember this one, though? Jackie Battle.
Oh, snap.
He used to run people over, and that's all he wanted to do. Run you completely over, Jackie Battle. Bro.
I ain't thought about him in a day or two. Holy cow. How did I forget that dude? I mean, I remember he played for us, but I ain't thought about him in a while, man. That dude, he was a beast too.
Jackie.
You remember that hit, since we're talking about like old crap that people, you remember, what was his name? Bostic?
Oh, yeah.
I think his name was Bostic. Yeah. And they called that play the Boom Bostic or whatever. When he caught that dude helmet to helmet on the kickoff. Yeah. And it was just like, boom.
Man, rattled them, bro.
Holy Moses.
Hey, people can say what they want. A lot of people forget about Lindell White. Lindell White.
Smash and dash, dude.
Hey, he used to run that ball for him to be so big, bro. He could move, man.
I went and saw them live playing the Packers. And watch Lindell White run, I don't know, I think he broke off like a 25-yard run and right into the end zone, right where I was sitting, broke it off, gave me a little hand slap, you know, because I was right there in the front row, like, come on, man. Yeah. He gave me a little hand slap. Dude, one of the greatest memories.
Hey, remember Sean Green? We had Sean Green.
Yeah, we had Lorenzo. We had some really good fullbacks too, man. Ahmad Hall,
Lorenzo Neal,
Lorenzo Neal. Yeah.
The guy
I love the Marine though, man.
Justin Fowler, he was nice from Alabama.
Yeah. Now we just bring tight ends in the backfield.
Yeah.
That's why I think we'll probably end up keeping one more tight end than I said on our roster.
But look, and this is another thing I thought about, bro. As we go and we start signing all these, you know, veterans that come and play for a couple games or a year, you got to think about it, bro. We didn't really do nothing with these guys, but think about it. We can literally say Julio Jones was a Titan, Randy Moss was a Titan, Adrian Peterson was a Titan. Like we got some people who are legends in the NFL that came through here, bro. Like Andre Johnson was a Titan. Andre Johnson, Julio Jones, Randy Moss, definitely all Hall of Fame wide receivers. Then Adrian Peterson came to the Titans, bro. Like, we actually had Adrian Peterson in Tennessee. Like, we got to think of all these legends, other legends that we've brought in. They really didn't really work with none of them, but hey.
Yeah, Swain. That's one a lot of people forget about.
Man, I just keep thinking about more running backs. Dexter McCluster. Y'all remember Darius Raynaud? Remember Raynaud?
Oh man, that didn't work out.
Darius Raynaud. Leon Washington.
That didn't work out.
And it didn't. None of those worked out, but we had them, bro.
We did. We had them all. Yeah. I mean, that's the. I get what you're saying there, but it kind of sounds like we're like the damn retiree home for the NFL. We were there for a few years, I guess.
Yeah, especially for wideouts, because we've always been so desperate for wide receivers because we sucked at drafting them until we finally drafted one that was fucking a beast and we fucking traded them. Let me stop cussing so much, but.
No, but that's why I want D-Hop so bad, because I know if he came here, he would change the narrative of us getting older wide receivers that are washed up, because he's an older wide receiver, but he damn sure ain't washed up.
I was going to say,
he got a lot left in the tank.
They still going to say, we signed older wide receivers that's washed up. It's still going to be the same narrative, unless he just come in and fucking ball out, which we need him to do for sure.
Oh, dude, at Houston, he's going to get damn 10, 15 targets.
Yeah.
If he plays for us 2 games a year for sure, that homeboy getting 10 to 15 targets.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
But, all right, guys, I guess that's going to pretty much wrap it up for tonight. We appreciate everybody staying in and hanging out with us. We appreciate everybody's comments. If you like the show, please throw a thumbs up. Share, subscribe if you're on YouTube, all those cool things that help us out, all those things that help the algorithms, whatever that means. Anyway, go ahead, Flame, tell them where they can find you at, man.
All right, man, you can find me on Facebook, Flame Douglas, or you can just follow the Titans Fan Battle Podcast Facebook page and just get up with us, man. And get up with my boy Max. Y'all, we appreciate y'all. Keep watching, keep sharing, keep liking. Man, we gonna keep putting our all into this thing. It's just gonna keep getting better, man. We just appreciate it. We appreciate it. Shout out to the Fan Battle Sports Network for having us. Hey, man, we just thankful y'all keep rocking with us. How many more days till we got football, Max?
46.
Yeah.
After, today is pretty much over. So we'll just say 46.
46. Hey, and then we really gonna turn when we get some action. This show really
gonna turn it. That's right. That's right, y'all. Y'all wait 46 days. We're gonna go nuts.
Yes, sir. So keep rocking with us, y'all. We appreciate it. Hey, we're gonna keep doing this thing for y'all, man. We need the interaction, y'all. So we need y'all to keep telling us, giving us comments, asking us how we feel. Like Charlie came with that question today. Caleb, hey, y'all, and Frankie, man, y'all, hey, we appreciate y'all, contributing to the show, and that's what we love, man. So we appreciate that. Hey,
that's right. And every Monday you can look for the comment section on my Facebook or my Twitter or the Titans Fan Battle Podcast Facebook. Any of these spots that you can find us at, you can find that questionnaire part and put your question in. We'll give you a shout out on the show, whoever has the best question or comment. And you can find me pretty much Maximus Titan Fan on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. And on Twitter, we also have the Titans Fan Battle Podcast official page. And I think that's all the social media that I do.
Yeah. That's it, man.
But we appreciate everybody coming out tonight. Thank you so much. And I believe that is the end. Peace out, y'all.